Hello everyone, welcome back to a Skeleton's Library. Today is a simple video. We have a broken binding unboxing and a book haul. And this is my first broken binding box I've gotten, as I finally got off the waitlist for the fantasy subscription tier 2. I thought it'd be fun to unbox the first box together, especially as it should have 2 books, I believe, as the orders got delayed a bit as they upgraded the quality of the map and stuff like that, is what I believe the reason was. The book haul itself is going to be from a couple months. Just books I've gathered here and there over the last couple months. So it's not like I got these in the last 2 weeks. No, I've been gathering them for a while. Either way, this is an exciting episode. I've been waiting months for this broken binding box. Really excited to start this. I'm just try to figure out that's all right here. That's there. Damn, this kid always got away from me. Oh, he's just rapping, bro. I had this rapping with Polio Society, that's what it was. I had one that just lasted forever. This free stuff, so we're gonna see how long this one lasts for me. Oh boy. Not too long. This should be the first 2 books in the series, so let's see if we open 1 or 2 first. Let's get this spring stuff out the way. And I did record the book haul once already before I got these, but it ended up going through troubles. So this is going to be my second time going over these books, at least to myself. So I'll probably be going through them a little bit faster than normal. Faithful in the Fall. This is a series I've done on my Amazon wishlist, I think. I'm going to recommend a bunch on there. So I've been very familiar with this series, but I have never read. It's a beautiful book. Beautiful, beautiful book. First, the covers. Really good. Open another one first before we really explore the quality there. Oops, sorry, I hit my camera. We have a very professional setup here of a shitty little phone stand with my phone recording on it. My phone, which is also dying. We may do. I'm gonna guess this is book 2. Valor. You can see the covers. Very, very pretty. The backs are also excellent. Great art. I do believe these. We got a picture. Very beautiful. Kind of fucked up because like now I'm gonna want it facing this way on my book stand. That's really not the way at all. Book stand, bookcase. That's really not the way at all. These are reversible. No, okay, but they do have more cool cover art on the front. These are just really cool additions. The subscription seemed cool and worth it for a while, so I've been on there for like I think not too long, a month or 2. As I watch, I think Mike Book Reviews or someone go off their copies every few months, and I was like, God damn, those book editions are really nice. And honestly, I don't collect special edition stuff too much because expensive. So it was nice just having the ability to be able to get these. Page quality is really nice. I don't think I mentioned a map though. Maybe that's coming with that other one. Page quality, excellent. Art excellent. There's some map. Still maps. Standard for these books. Oh. I believe there's a bookmark here too. I believe these have one. There's always fucking really nice. You get a nice little bookmark. Oh. Yeah. I've been waiting these for a while, so it's nice to have finally gotten them. My first broken binding fucking arrival. I think I don't know if it's just one or the last two also just got shipped today. I just don't know if it's one of them or it's both. I kind of lost track. But now that that's over, we can get to the rest of my book haul. First up, we have Hellblazer. This is the first Jamie Delano omnibus, and anyone who's seen my top 10 comics video knows I really love Delano's intro arc to Constantine. I think it's very character defining, as an intro arc should be. But it's such a strong intro. I've been wanting this for a while, and this is the first one's more expensive of the two. The other one's a lot cheaper, so I'll have to get that eventually. But okay, man, I love the coloring of this comics. So vibrant, so beautiful. It really is some of the greatest to ever do it. It's good quality, the cover's nice, and it has extras. Like I think there's a script, like one of the series or something like that. There's okay, it says all the extras that you want in an omnibus, alongside all the stories. So if you're interested in Constantine as a character, and you got like $100 spare hanging around, it's a very, very good place to start. Beautiful book. Beautiful book. Yeah, we got Night Watch, which I believe is like an urban fiction story about a guy who works for his organization called Night Watch that keeps an eye on different creatures and stuff. I just saw this for a couple bucks at this used bookstore I go to. It unlocks memories, as I've read this as a teen. I remember liking it, but I don't really remember too much about it. I just know I've read this one. It's a series. And I liked it. This was kind of after the phase of my teen life where I read Constantine. I was like, ooh, I love urban fiction. So then I ran the Harry Dresden Files. And I was like, okay, what's similar to that? And I just kind of went through a bunch of different stuff. Good book. Good book from what I remember. I'm going to do two. This next one. And it's Resident Evil, The Umbrella Conspiracy, and Resident Evil Caliban Cove. And for any Resident Evil fan out there, the first book here is a novelization of the first game, and the second is an original story by the author. And I'm not really a Resident Evil fan. Like, I think I played a couple hours of like a handful of the games, like 1, 6, or 9. So like Requiem, not Requiem, Revelations. So like I have very bare bones in the series. The only one I beat is 5 with a friend, which was fun. So I'm actually not really big into the series at all, but I saw the book series and I was like, that sounds interesting, and maybe it would help me get into this world and the games more. Plus, I think it would be funny to have a bit where people, ask me, and I can be like, yeah, I'm a Resident Evil fan, and they're like, oh, what game's your favorite? And I can say some shit like, the games? I mean the books. So, that's honestly half my motivation for getting these. But I heard these actually really good. I heard the author did a good job. I'm actually looking forward to these. I feel like they'll be just a good time. After that, we got Coffin Moon. Not much to say about this one. I really don't know much about it. Another general story. It's about a Vietnam vet and his niece hunting down a vampire that killed their family. And this has been on my watch list for a while. It went on sale for like half off because it's usually like a $30 book, which is, pretty up there. It went down to I think like 17. I was like, I'll grab it. It also has an awesome cover, which is I think what first attracted me to it. Like they say, judge a book by this cover, right? It's a vampire story. I love vampire stories. Not much to go on besides that. But you got here some classics. We got We and The Crying of Lot 49. Now, We, I know, is the book that inspired 1984. If you watch my dog shit top 10 books video, you know that's my favorite book. And that's probably from that list, the horrible video I didn't put much thought to at all. That's probably one of the few very definitive ones. So I would like to read this book that, inspired it. It's about a robot. Sounds interesting. Also, really cool cover. Crying of Lot 49 is just, I saw for like $5, so I picked it up because it sounded vaguely interesting. It seems to be a book that like dives into kind of like the culture on paranoia and conspiracy theories and the postal system. And I honestly probably might be the book on here I know the least about. I mainly bought it because it was a cheap ass book. And we go from there. Now we have Goth by Otsuichi, which I only saw in my last video, which I've been bad at uploading because I've been busy. And the pressure point of this video already went bad. But I read the debut works of short stories of Otsuichi, a Japanese author, mainly this kind of like horror type concepts. So I picked up his first novel because I liked him well enough and I liked his writing style. And this is his first novel. I think it's his like most popular work. It's about like these two Japanese girls obsessed with murder. And how things unravel from there. I didn't read too much or look too much into it as I wanted to go in completely blind. And yeah, this is probably somewhat up there high on my reading list as I'm very interested in it and want to read it as I just recently, got into the author. That's high up there. To get into the other comic, we have The Fade Out. This is another one I'm pretty blind about. I think there was a trend on Twitter or social media or something about what's your favorite comics, and someone listed this, and I looked at it, and it's like a noir crime comic. I was like, damn, this is right up my alley. I'll get that. And that's pretty much it. I love noir stories. I love the artwork. So again, an easy sell for me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get to that at some point soon. There's Something Wicked from Japan. Ghosts, Demons, and Yokai. And ukiyo-e masterpieces. And this one's full of artwork and just all these depictions of yokai. Yokai are like this topic I'm really intrigued by it. I love kind of like mythology and folklore from all over the world. So these like little monsters and spirits have always attracted my attention, especially as so much Japanese stories, games, manga, especially their horror incorporates them into it. So I just wanted this book. Very beautiful, full of beautiful art. I love Japanese like traditional style artwork. Just so fucking beautiful. We got Varney the Vampire, Beast of Blood. And this is the first time I don't have the second yet. This is the second oldest published vampire story, I believe, older than like, what is it called? Camille, whatever that one's called, Dracula. It's older than both. I think the only one on older than this is The Vampire, which I still need to get. But it's like Victorian era. I don't know, again, it was just a random recommendation to me. I love vampires, so I always have a strong bias. It has a little cool artwork in it. Actually, I say that and I'm doing mostly fucking just the words. You can see there's these little cool illustrations that were from the time recreated. I just really like it. I don't know when I'm gonna get to this one, to be honest with you. I always love a good vampire story, especially the foundational ones to the genre. Okay, so we're not going to look too much at. We got Behind the Pink Curtain, which is a very random pickup I had just because I saw someone talk about it. And I did one of those things where it scratched an itch in my brain. And I was like, that sounds interesting. This is the complete history of Japanese sex cinema, so like their pink films. Which is really a topic I have no familiarity with at all. But one of my first book reviews on this channel was about the Mars Mandy in like early 1900s. So like these really like little niche parts of history kind of like grab me so much easier than like big general parts. When I hear something like this, I'm like, ooh, that sounds really interesting because it's such a specific thing. And that's the main reason I grabbed it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna flip through it because the first time I recorded this book haul, there's definitely nude photographs in here, and I don't know how much YouTube will like that. I'm actually really excited to get to this at some point and just learn about this very unknown part of history that I'm ignorant of. For our last and definitely biggest, we have City of Darkness, which, get back to niche history topics, is about the Kowloon walled city. If anyone's ever heard about that, the city near like I think Hong Kong or outside of Hong Kong, that due to like a bunch of extenuating circumstances with the whole ownership of Hong Kong, new and old, that kind of became its own little thing, which was full of the homeless, criminals, those who didn't have much, who were in need of stuff, never provided it, stuff like that. They kind of made their own city, impossible city. Just a really interesting topic. It's really, what the hell? That was awesome. It's probably some just manga inspired by it. But yeah, it's just really just a possible city. As a result, has such this unique and vibrant history to it. And there's honestly really not too much definitive books on it. Like there's like two, which is like this one, which is the most definitive book on it, really the only one that covers the entire place and essays with the inhabitants and stuff like that. And I think there's one from a missionary at the time who was trying to help rehabilitate drug addicts in the city. I might read that one at some point, but I really want like more general, big picture behind it. So this is like by Ian Lambot, I believe. And he had an original edition of this, but this is like revised. It has more to it. It goes more in depth with stuff. It's just a really cool topic. Like you see stuff inspired by it nowadays. In fact, once you learn about it, you see how a lot of stuff is inspired by Kowloon. It's still just such an interesting topic that I really wanted to know more about. And so I got this book. And that's really the last one. That's been my book haul from the last 2 months. As you can see, I got a good bit of interesting stuff from I feel like a pretty wide range of topics and genres actually. It's a pretty good book. One of my better ones of the year, I feel. And of course, the broken binding beautiful editions on top of all that. I had one more book, the book I'm reading right now that I'm going to do a review on, which is Roadside Picnic. It's a classic. If you've seen the movie Stalker or played the games, this is the book that inspired all those. It's the book I'm currently reading, the book I'm very bad at reading despite liking it, as I've kind of fallen to a reading funk lately, which is also why a lack of uploads. But it's really good. Once I finish that, that's probably going to be my next review video. Besides all that, it was just a good couple months of grabbing stuff and finding new stuff and stuff that intrigued me. But that's it for today, so remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.